Hi everyone. Welcome to Math 85. Ito yung first lesson natin sa Math 85. We're going to talk about functions of several variables. Okay. So um Back in Math 83, we talk about functions of um back in Math 83 and 84, we talk about different kind of functions. In particular, in Math 83, we talk about real valued functions of one variable. Okay, so may isa tayong independent variable, yan yung one real variable doon. Tapos yung real valued part, yun yung y. Okay, so real valued function of one real variable. So meron kang independent variable x and meron kang dependent variable y, which are both real numbers. Then, we also studied yung concept ng vector-valued function. Representation sila ng mga, pwede mo sila gamitin representation ng mga parametric curves. Okay, so ang vector-valued function naman, uh, isang independent variable, okay? Tapos, ang ilalabas sa'yo, vector. Actually, vector yung binibigay. Pero, kumbaga, may components yung vector mo. Dalawa yung nandito, dalawang component. Sabihin natin, f of t or g of t or minsan x of t, y of t. Okay. Parang dito, 1 to 1. Parang gano'n lang. Pero pwede rin many to 1. Pero ang idea parang isang variable, isang input, isang output. Dito, isang input, dalawa yung lumalabas. Okay. So, we now uh, we now consider real valued function. So ito real valued function, isang output lang to, okay? Of more than one real variable. Example, may input, dalawa input mo, base and height. Ang lalabas, area of triangle. So area is equal to 1 of base times height, which is a real number. Then, halimbawa, input mo length, width, and height. Three real numbers yan. Three real numbers. So, ang output mo, volume. Okay, volume of the cube, halimbawa, or ano ba yung term doon? Parallel pipette. Parallel pipette. Box. Volume of box. Okay, length, width, height. Which is just one real number. So, ang tanong, paano tayo magpapakilala ngayon ng bagong function. Tapos, dito kasi isang input. Ngayon, maraming input, isang output. Dito, isang input, maraming output. Soon, pag-aaralan natin. Maraming input, maraming output. Okay? So, before we do that, we define first the symbol r to the power n. So, the number space r to the power n is the set of points or ordered n tuples of real numbers x1, comma x2, dot, 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 up to xn. So, we have the familiar, ito yung mga familiar tayo. So, yung r squared, we have encountered this before ng Math 84. R squared, that's just the Cartesian product of r and r. So that's just the set of ordered pairs x comma y such that x, y are real numbers. Then yung R3 na encountered natin ito in Math 84, it's just r cross r cross r. Okay, Cartesian product, hindi cross product. Cartesian product. Cartesian product, which is just a set of ordered triples x, y, z, such that x, y, and z are real numbers. And until makarating ka ng r to the n, wherein it's just Cartesian product of n real numbers, or kumbaga, uh, n sets of real numbers. Okay? It's just an n ordered or an ordered n tuple x1, comma x2, dot, 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 xn, such that the x1, x2, xn are real numbers. So, important itong ordered part na to kasi halimbawa, ang 1, 2 ay hindi pareho sa ordered pair na 2, 1. Okay? So, kaya pag magbago lang yung position nung x coordinate, y coordinate, magbabago na rin yung point na yun. So, halimbawa, oops, sorry, 1, 2 is an element of R2. So, ayun nga, note that 1, 2 is different from the ordered 1. Similarly, negative square root of 2, comma pi, comma 1/3 is an element of R3. E2, comma negative 3, comma 0, comma ln2, dahil apat yung n3, it's an element of R4. Tapos, kapag meron ka ditong origin sa R20, may 20 entries ka lang dito na puro 0000 na 20 ang laman. Okay? Or 20 tuple. Okay? Okay. Now, let's talk about, syempre, kumbaga, ito kasing panggagalingan ng concept ng pinag. Okay. So, we look for a subset. So, may subset din tayo. Kasi baka hindi yung buong, bawang hindi yung buong R2 squared o buong R cubed yung gawin mo. May mas maliit subset. So let D be a subset of R to the power n. A real valued function of f on n variables is defined as such. A real valued function f of n variables and yung independent variables, it's a correspondence from the set D to R. Okay? R yung ano natin, codomain. Not necessarily the range, codomain yan, such that each point x1, x2 until xn in the domain D or set D is associated to a unique real number W. Okay? And a set of ordered pairs P, W, where P is this x1, x2, xn, which is indeed, it's where etong PW, it's a unique and a unique real number W sa set. Pareho lang pala to. So, kumbaga, kapag meron kang Y is equal to 2X, tapos kapag yung X mo ay, halimbawa, 1, so makuha mo Y is equal to 2. So, meron kang point sa XY axis na 1, 2. Okay? So, ito yung independent variable. Ito yung dependent. Pero kapag meron kang, halimbawa, X, Y, ito yung independent variables mo na. Ang element mo ay 1, 2, halimbawa. 1, iba naman, 1, 3. 1, 3. Tapos ang function mo ay Z is equal to 2X plus Y. So makukuha mo, Z is equal to 2 times 1 plus 3. We get here, 5. So meron kang point na 1, 3, 5. I-drawing mo sa R3. Ito yung 1, ito yung 3, ito yung 5. So ito yung point. So yun yung sinasabi dito. Meron tayong geometric interpretation ng point. Okay, so the set T is also called the domain of F, the noted domain of F. And here are some famous notations for a function. So pwedeng function, tas dot dot, Rn to R. Tapos where P is represented by this ordered pair, x1, x2, until xn. Tapos, pinapadala mo siya sa isang unique real number W. So, ito yung ginagamit na symbol. Nalagyan mo ng winning number. Tapos dito, arrow. Or, pwede rin ignore mo lang itong part na to, F, sending this point to W. Or, pinakasimple, familiar tayo from math before, W is equal to F of x1, x2, dot, 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 dot. So, ina-evaluate mo under these numbers to obtain W. Halimbawa, we have the function that sends x comma y to x plus cube root of epsilon. We can just represent it as z is equal to f of x comma y, which is x plus cube root of epsilon. So pareho lang itong mga symbols. Okay? Similarly, yung area, its area is a function of base and height, which is equal to this expression, 1/2 times base times height. Tapos yung volume then, function siya ng length with height, so we can express it as length times width times height. Or we can also have any random definition. So W is a function of x, y, z. So we'll have z squared plus x cosine. So ganyan. Gusto mo, x cosine y squared pa yan, or x cosine x. Bala pa pa. You know, sky's the limit. So, suppose, ito muna, mag-evaluate muna tayo para we get a feel of using this function. So, let f of x comma y be equal to x plus cube root of xy, where xy is in R2. Okay? So, mamaya alamin natin to kung paano mag-end ng to. Kasi parang, okay, sinabi lang na. Kasi dito, kahit anong number ang pwede mo i-plug. Dito, medyo parang magdududa ka na. Kaso cube root, so ibig sabihin pwedeng mag-negative. Kaya lumalabas na xy mo. Pero we're going to determine this later on. Now, we're going to find f of 2 comma negative 4, f of 1 comma 0, f of t comma t squared, and f of 2y squared comma 4y. So we begin with f of 2 comma negative 4. But f of 2 comma negative 4, that will be 2 plus cube root of 2 times negative 4. So that's 2 plus cube root of negative 8. So that will be 2. So 2 minus 2, 0. Next, f of 1, 0. Pag 1, 0 naman, 1 ito. Ito 1 times 0, 0. So we get 1. Pag t comma t squared, this will be t plus t multiplied by t squared and then cube root nun. So we get t plus cube root of t cube. So we get t plus cube root of t cube. So magka-cancel to, magiging t plus t, 2. And finally, f of 2y squared comma 4y, this would be 2y squared plus cube root of 3y squared multiplied by 4y. So we get 2 times 4, 8y cubed. So cube root of 8y cubed, that would be 2y. So 2y squared plus 2y. So we get this expression. Okay? Okay. So if the domain of W is not explicitly specified, then domain of F is understood to be the set of all ordered n tuples x1 up to x2 up to xn, for which the given expression is a well-defined real number. Okay, ito na naman yun. So, hahanapin mo yung mga numbers na yun o yung ordered tuples, ordered n tuples, kung saan yung function mo magiging well-defined. Yung parang ginagawa na natin. Saan walang binabalid. Yung iniingatan natin kung saan magiging negative yung loob ng square root or magkakaroon ka ng 0 sa denominator. It's the same process. Okay? Now, the range of f, denoted RAN of f, is the set of all resulting values for W. Hence, range of f is a subset of the set of values. Now, again, like in mathematics, mahirap maghanap ng range. The usual method of finding the range ulit, yung technique talaga, is to graph the function. To graph this function. Kung kaya mo siya graph. So kung hindi mo siya kaya graph, ano tayo ng mga ibang techniques. Okay, so again, mahirap maghanap. Now, the variables x1 dot comma x2 until xn are also called the independent variables, and W is the dependent variable. So, for example, let's determine the domain and range of the function z is equal to f of x comma 1 is equal to root of x squared plus 1 squared. So notice here, ang bilis ng arc yung domain of f, 0 to positive infinity. How did this come about? Ang bilang kabilis na solution. So we're going to step by step analyze this. So dapat, as may square root ka, x squared plus y squared na dapat greater than or equal to 0. So we have that part here. X squared plus y squared is greater than or equal to 0. Now let's analyze. Ang x squared, it's always non-negative for any real number x. That is, x squared is greater than or equal to 0. Non-negative siya for every real number x. Similarly, ang y squared din, non-negative siya for every real number. So, pag nag-add ka ng dalawang real numbers, dalawang non-negative real numbers, non-negative to, non-negative ito, then itong sum nila, non-negative pa rin. Okay, so kahit kunyari ang x mo ay negative 1, ang y mo ay negative 1, negative 1 squared is negative 1 squared, it's still indeed greater than or equal to 0 kasi ito 1 plus 1. So in short, pwedeng actually iniwasan, parang iniisip mo baka mag-negative, hindi siya mag-negative. Kahit anong i-plug in mong x, anong plug in mong y, laging non-negative yung makukuha mo sa dito. So ang square root ng non-negative valid. So kahit anong real number ang plug. So therefore, ang domain ng f, valid ang kahit anong real number x. So kahit ano yung x, kahit ano rin yung y, so we get the entire r squared. Okay? Now, we have here this function, z is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. So sabi ko, i-graph siya. Yun yung pinakamagandang technique. Naalala ba ang graph ito from that? Or, di ba pwede mo siya no? Z squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Anong graph nito from natin. Ito yung z squared minus x squared minus y squared is equal to 0. So square, square, square. Negative yung dalawa, positive yung isa. So isipin nyo hyperbolic, sorry, um, hyperboloid of two sheets. Kasi equal to 0, hindi equal to 1. Equal to 0 siya. So ito ay elliptic cone. So elliptic cone siya. Actually, oo, elliptic cone. Pero ang original natin is square. Ito yung original. Pag elliptic cone, ibig sabihin, di ba, z squared minus x squared minus y squared. Naka-open siya sa z-axis. Pero ang kailangan lang natin, yung upper part, kasi square. Ito lang yung upper. Okay? So, ito yung graph niya. So, ano yung graph niya? Saan So, ito yung z. Saan magsisimula yung, yung z value? Sa origin. Pero itong, natin, cone natin, lumalaki pa yan. Hanggang 0 to positive infinity ang z value. Okay? So, that's one way. Graph. At paano pag hindi mo alam yung graph? So, mag-reason out ka. Since nag-plug in ka dito ng dalawang numbers, may lalabas kang x squared plus y squared, real number. Ano ba square ng real number? Real number din. So, not necessarily real number, pero ang lalabas, ang square root ng isang real number ay non-negative din. So, kunyari, ang x mo 0, ang y mo 0, square root of 0. 0. Pag x mo negative 1, dito negative 1, negative 1 squared plus negative 1 squared, square root of 2. Okay, greater than or equal to 0 pa rin siya. So, it's always non-negative yung sagot mo dito. Therefore, it follows that the range of f is 0 to infinity. Okay? Parang ano rin siya, parang gawin mo lang itong y is equal to square root x. Tanggalin mo lang to. Iba ang graph ng y is equal to square root x pa rin. Yun yung range, 0 to infinity. Okay? So, yun, i-analyze mo kung hindi mo maisip yung graph. Okay, let's look at this next example. Let V be a volume of a rectangular box with length L with double and each unit. Find a function that represents the quantity V and give its term. Okay, so we are talking here of a physical object. So, ano parang isipin nyo, okay, kasi alam mo ay ito volume is equal to length times width times height. Don't have it in formula. Sabi mo, kahit ano pwede mo i-plug in na value dyan. Length, width, height. Wala namang kasing variable sa denominator. Wala rin namang square root. However, we're talking here a physical box. So, ang pwede lang maging value ng length ay greater than 0. Hindi siya pwede maging equal to 0 kasi pag equal sa 0 yan, wala ka na yun. So, greater than ito ng 0, greater than 0, ito rin, dalawa, greater than 0. So, ano domain yan? Ang domain natin, it would be set of all real numbers L, W, H in R3 such that L is greater than 0, W is greater than 0, and H is greater than 0. Okay? So, ano magiging range natin? Pag ito, positive, 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 of course, ang volume natin, positive. So, ano ang range natin? Ang range ng F, 0 to positive infinity. 0, hindi kasama. And then, positive. Okay, so that's one way. Hindi naman natin alam ang graph ng LW. Alam natin yung geometric box yan. Pero, ang pinag-usapan natin yung functional graph. Hindi naman ito yung functional graph. Okay. So, sasanayan ko paano kumuha ng domain. Ito talaga yung challenge. So, determine the domain and the range of the function g where we send x comma y to the number square root of 9 minus x squared minus 1 squared. So, ito yung function natin, g of x comma y. Okay? So, g of x comma y is equal to square root of 9 minus x squared minus 1 squared. So, may square root na naman. Ano yung natin? Restriction. Ang domain mo, dapat yung nasa loob ng square, greater than or equal to 0. Tama. So, we begin with there. So, ang domain natin, domain of G, 9 minus x squared minus y squared is greater than or equal to 0. or that would be x squared plus y squared is less than or equal to that. So, ito yung, kumbaga, ito yung magiging, meron kang graph ng domain mo. Oh, weird, no? Dati naman, nung math 80 to that tsaka high school, may graph din yung domain. Yung kunyari, pinapag-graph yung domain na, yung domain ng function mo ay -1 to intersection -1, 1. So, mag-drawing ka, no? Ito yung -1, 2, -1, 1. Ito yung -1, 2. It's open pala. Open, open. So, ito, open. Tapos, intersection. So, ayun yung graph. Graph ng domain sa one dimension. Yung kapag isa lang yung independent variable. Ngayon, dalawa na yung independent variables mo. So, we consider ito. So, we consider first yung equal sign. Anong x squared plus y squared is equal to? Let's sketch the graph sa R2. Ang graph niya, it's a circle centered at the origin, or 0, 0 na lang, but rather 0, 0, with radius 3. Okay. Kaso, ang gusto natin, inequality. So, ang tanong, ano ang yung tatanungin mo, kasama ba yung, ano ba ang kasama? Interior, boundary, exterior. Okay, so check natin isa-isa. So, how did we know the interior and boundary of the circle are included? We're going to use test points. So, unahin natin yung interior. Gamit tayo itong test point na ito, 0, 0. So, pag 0, 0 ba, ang 0 squared plus 0 squared less than or equal to 9? Conclusion, yes. Okay, let's look at the boundary. 3, 0. 3, 0. 3 squared plus 0 squared less than or equal to 9? Yes, then. So, kasama yung boundary. And finally, kuha tayo ng exterior point, 4, 0. Ang 4 squared plus 0 squared ba less than or equal to 9? No. So, hindi kasama. Ang mga kasama lang, itong dot ito. So, yan ang domain natin. So, domain would be the set of all real numbers R2 or xy R2 such that x squared plus y squared is less than or equal to 9. Okay? Hindi na siya katulad ng math 83 tayo na meron pang, kunyari, meron ka dito, x is less than or equal to 9. Pwede mo siya isulat as negative infinity to 9. Merong interval notation. Hindi na kasi like interval na. Ang interval, pag one dimension. So ito, hindi na siya interval. This na siya. Okay? So anong range? Ito gagawin natin. Ito yung challenging. Dalawang method yung gagawin natin. You can actually sketch it. Or mag-reason out. Sketch muna. So meron tayong z, no? Z is equal to 9 minus x squared minus 1 squared. Squared pala. So pag i-square natin both sides, z squared plus x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. Anong graph nito? Sphere. This is a sphere of radius 3. Sphere siya, centered at the origin. So may sphere pa. Okay, tapos yun nga, ito yung ano nga, ayun yun. Itong part na to, ito nga yung nandito yun yung equator. Yun yun. So, anong range natin just by doing at the graph? Sabihin mo, ay yung z-axis kasi ang titignan mo, -3 to 3. We'll be tempted to say that. Pero, hindi kasama itong ilalim kasi ang original lang natin, square root. So, yung positive square root, ang kukunin lang natin yung upper hemisphere. So, dahil upper hemisphere natin, ang range natin, 0 to 3. Okay? 0 to 3. So, ang range natin, 0. Okay? This is the easy part kapag alam mo yung graph. Paano pag hindi mo alam yung graph? Okay, that's a challenging part. Ang gawin natin, yung parang ginagawa natin na squeeze deal lang tayo. So, you get a random point dito sa domain natin. Tapos itong random point sa domain natin, pa-plug in mo siya sa function. Ano ba yung pag-plug in mo siya sa function, ang makukuha natin ay square root of 9 minus x squared minus 1 squared. Pero dadahan-dahanin natin yung pagbuo. So pag plug-in mo siya, okay, etong x squared, dito siya, no? Ito yung alam natin. Pag yung point mo nasa loob ng domain, clearly, that point would be less than, or yung sum ng square nila, less than or equal to 9. In some sense, pag nilipat mo sa kabila itong x squared plus y squared sa kabila, you will have here 9 minus x squared minus y squared, nilipat mo sa kabila, you get there, greater than or equal to 0. Pero, itong 9, mas maliit siya kasi itong 9, babawasan mo ng dalawang non-negative numbers. So yung 9, binawasan mo ng dalawang non-negative numbers, mas maliit na siya sa 9. Okay? So parang ganun, magsisimula ka ulit sa mga inequalities na nakikita mo. And then, you can get all the square root of all sides. Na bakit safe yon? So, nung Math 83, hindi natin, what? Hindi natin nire-reason out kung bakit pag pwede na tayo mag-square root of all sides, tapos marerating ng inequality. 0 would be less than square root of 9 minus x squared minus y squared is less than or equal to square root of 9, 3. Ito yung function mo. So yung function mo, it's between 0 to 3. Yun, lalabas na yung 0 to 3. Pero, mareretain? Yan. So, na kasi math 83 na tayo, we have to reason out properly. Kasi, so meron tayong inequality, no? Ang alam lang natin na techniques from inequality nung high school, kapag nag-divide or multiply ka ng negative, okay, nag-divide or multiply ka ng negative, divided by negative 9, divided by negative 9, mag-reciprocate ito. Okay, yun yung alam natin. Ano pa yung isa pa? Kapag nireciprocal mo rin to 1 over 9, 1 over, syempre ito hindi mo ito reciprocal. Pero pag nireciprocal mo ito, kunyari, 2 is greater than or equal to 4, pag nireciprocal mo, babaliktad din yung inequality. So yun yung alam nating dalawang rules from high school. No? Pag nag-reciprocal ka, tsaka pag nag-divide ka ng negative or nag-multiply ka ng negative, nagbabalansan. But there's another rule na narati sa sa Math 83 na pag may inequality ka and then nilock mo sa isang increasing function, okay, kinompose mo, ayan, compose yung term. Yung ganyan natin, nag-divide or nag-multiply or nag-reciprocate, parang mga operation din sila. Ito, yung operation natin dito, nag-square. Or to be more general, nag-compose ka with another function. Kinompose mo yan, kinompose mo. At yung pinang-compose mong function, increasing function. Okay, so parang may tatlo na kayo alam, nag-reciprocal, nag-multiply or nag-divide ng negative, tapos nag-compose ng increasing function. Pero iba ang effect ng pagko-compose ng increasing function. Suppose k of x equal to square root of x. Ito kasi gagawin, ito yung function natin, square root of x. So ano yung derivative niya? That is k prime of x, which is 1 over 2 square root of x. And this is still greater than 0 nga lang siya, hindi equal. Greater than 0. So in fact, ano siya, is strictly increasing function siya. From Math 83, tsaka nung sequence and series tayo, kapag positive ang derivative, yung function mo, increasing. So kapag increasing ang function mo, tapos meron kang inequality na ganyan, kapag kapag kinompose mo yung mga numbers with an increasing function, mareretain yung inequality. Okay? May increasing function, mareretain. Pag decreasing, ayun, babaliktad. Pag decreasing yung function, pero pag increasing, mareretain. So, at saka kailangan pala A and B must be non-negative. So may mga dagdag ko palang mga rules na gano'n. So, not only na non-negative dapat yung mga pero nag-sequence series tayo, yung ano yan? Anong function yung mga yan? Yung pag compare, yung tatlo yun for non-negative slash positive series, yung um, integral test, uh, integral test, comparison test, I believe limit comparison yung huli. Tama na. Oo, tama. Integral test, comparison test, limit comparison test. Diba dapat ito yung integral test, ano yun, yung P, uh, ano yan, PCD, positive, continuous, decreasing. Okay. So, dito, may dagdag. Kapag numbers naman yung pinag-uusapan, dapat yung number. So, hindi na tayo sequence series, no? Numbers naman. Ang adjectives naman natin para sa mga numbers. So, dapat, apart from may inequality ka, yung mga numbers mo dapat non-negative. So, parang sila yung prototype ng mga sequence and series. Sa comparison test, di ba ganito yung comparison test? Hindi mo pwede gamitin ang comparison test kapag may non-negative series ka. So halimbawa, yung hindi mo pwede gamitin sa comparison test, kunyari, ang series mo negative 1 over and from 1 to infinity. Kasi negative tong series na to. Hindi mo pwede gamitin ang comparison test dyan. So dapat non-negative. So non-negative, pag non-negative, tapos kinompose mo with increasing function, marerating inequality. Okay? So it means that increasing functions conserve or retain inequalities. So ibig sabihin, balik tayo dito ngayon, pwede mo na siyang i-square root. Square root mo, we get 0 is less than or equal to this one, is less than or equal to square root of 9. So 0 is less than or equal to g, is less than or equal to 3. So makukuha mo, yung g, it's between 0 and 3. So na-reason out na ito. Kung hindi mo alam, di ba ang trabaho ba kumuha ng range? Pag hindi mo alam yung graph, okay ka. So, kailangan masanay kayo na pag hindi nyo alam yung graph. Ayan, yun, ito yun. So, pag alam mo yung graph, mas madali. Pero pag hindi mo alam yung graph, you have to reason out. Ano yung mga dagdag ng mga details sa kailangan gawin. Kasi nasa math, type of time. So, dapat, medyo nagiging, polish na yung, yung reasoning. Okay? Now, let's look at this next example. Determine the domain and the range of the function f of x, comma y is equal to 1 over square of x, with x squared, comma y. Sketch its domain. May dagdag na sketch its domain. Period. May grammar na sila po. Period dapat. Okay. Now, kung ito, z is equal to 1 over square root of x squared minus y, eh hindi na ituro ng natin for comparative integral. Ano, square mo both sides. Z squared is equal to 1 over x squared minus y. Tapos, cross multiply. Wala tayong ituro din natin. So, instead, what we're going to do here is, tignan natin yung domain niya. So, pag domain nito, yung wala natin, domain niya, x squared minus y, okay, it has to be greater than 0. Because hindi na pwede maging equal to 0. Kasi nasa denominator. So, we get here y is less than squared. Okay. So, we consider y is equal to x squared. Equal nyo. Ano itong y is equal to x squared? Ang graphical yun, parabola. So again, we ask the different questions. Kasama ba, ano yung, wala ng concept ng interior dito. Katulad yung circle na may interior. So ang tanong, ito ba kasama? Yung boundary ba kasama? Or itong nandito sa loob ng kasama? Tawagin na lang natin itong part mo to. Interior. Ito na lang yung exterior. Wala na. Label lang natin. So yung boundary, unahin. Let's get test points. Let's get the origin. 0, 0. So ang 0, 0 ba? Ito yung ano natin, no? 0, 0 ba? 0 is less than 0 squared? No. Next, interior, 1. So ito ang number na to ay 0, 1. 1 less than 0 squared ba? No then. So hindi kasama to, hindi kasama yung boundary. Exterior, to 1, 0. So ang 0 ba less than 1 squared? Yes. So ang kasama ito. So we get this one, the following one. Yun ang domain. In fact, kung ano yung nakuha mo dito, ito na yung domain mo. The set of all x, y in R2 such that y is less than x squared. Ano na lang to? Additional exercise para alam mo kung ano itsura ng domain mo. So ang tanong, paano mahanap yung range or yung geometry? Okay, parang ang mindset natin dito, parang Nag-squeeze theorem tayo. We start with this part here, yung inequality. Okay? Parang palalabasin, di ba ng squeeze theorem tayo, kunwari, pakita mo yung limit na, ano ba yung mga pinapasqueeze ka? Um, Limit ng as x goes to positive infinity of sine x over x. Infinity to ha, hindi zero ha. So that would be, I think, equal to zero yata. Zero yata. Zero. Mhm. So magsisimula ka dito no, sine x between 1 and 1. Tapos i-divide mo all sides by x. Divide all sides by x. So ito na yung function mo. Tapos mag-limit ka. Limit, limit, limit. At di ba ang limit nito as x goes to infinity? Zero. Limit nito, zero. So limit nito, zero. Okay? O yung math field sine x over x as x approaches zero yun. 1 to. L'Hopital's rule yun. Kung maalala. Okay? Yung kaninang ginawa natin, hindi pwede yung L'Hopital's rule yun. Yung sine x over x as x goes to infinity. So yung ng math 3 and 84 lahat. Okay, so we start here. So, lipat yung ginawa natin dito kanina. Yung ano no, yung method, gamitin natin, papel natin. Lipat mo lahat sa isang step. So we get here, x squared minus 1 is greater than 0. A. Eh, ang goal mo, lumabas itong function na to. Okay? At itong function na to. So, yung gagawin natin, parang squeeze theorem na, square root mo both sides. Okay, pag square root mo, 0 pa rin to. Ano square root ito? X squared. 1 over square root. Ang square root ito, ito pa rin. At ang square root ng 0, 0. And then we reciprocate. Okay, ito yung tempting. Pag ni-reciprocate mo to, hindi mo i-reciprocate to. Okay, actually, kasi pag nag-reciprocate ka, so yung, pag nag-reciprocal ka, i-reciprocal ko rin to, tapos mag-change to. That's only true kung non-zero to mga numbers na to. Okay, non-zero. Eh kung zero yung isa, yung hindi technically reciprocal ang ginagawa mo dito. Ang sinasabi sa part na ito, if zero is greater than 2, ang square root of 2 ay greater than 0. Ha? Hindi ito kailangan. Okay. O sige, 4 na lang para masadali. 0 is less than 4. 0 is less than square root of 4, 2. Paano na ito kailangan? Pag ni-reciprocal mo to, 1 half. Sino mas malaki? 1 half o 0? 0 pa rin. Ang sinasabi lang, iba to. Ang reciprocal ng isang real number, positive real number, mas malaki pa rin sa 0. Yun ang sinasabi ko. So, hindi ito magsaswap. So, ito kaya very usually, we reciprocate the inequality. We reciprocate the inequality says, but the left-hand side is 0, which we cannot reciprocate. To interpret this inequality, what it says is that if A is positive, then its multiplicative inverse, 1 over A, is also positive. So, ayan, nireciprocate mo. Eh, ito na yung function mo. Yan na yung anong letter ba yun? F. Yung function mo, f of x comma y, is greater than 0. So, lahat ng value niya, mas malaki 0. So, what do we get? So, ang range of f, 0 to 3. So, yun yan. That's how we reason out. Okay? So, hindi tayo nag-rely ng graph dito kasi hindi natin alam kung anong itsura ng graph nito. So, we really have to be creative on how to find it. Next, determine the domain and the range of the function f of x comma y equal to sine inverse of x minus 1 sketch its domain. For the love of everything, okay, sketch its domain. So, sine inverse of x minus 1. Magre-reply tayo. Okay. Recall na ano ang domain ng sine inverse of x from left to right. It is hindi negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Yan ang restricted domain ni sine x para magkaroon siya ng sine inverse. Ang domain ni sine inverse ay negative 1 to 1. So, ibig sabihin, yung values ng x, dito lang siya magbabalim. Or x is between negative 1 to 1. Okay, so ito ang graph ng sine inverse of x. Okay? So, kapag ang x mo negative 1, ang sine inverse x negative pi over 2. Kapag ang x mo ay 1, ang value na pi over 2. So, papalitan natin itong x na yon ng, ano yung function natin dito? X minus 1. So, we have here, so, ang domain ng sine inverse of x minus 1, kumbaga, dito di ba, dapat yung nandito sa loob, x squared minus y, greater than 0. So, ibig sabihin, whatever is the argument inside sine inverse, ito, x minus 1, kung ano man to, kahit x plus y pa yan, dapat si x plus 1 between negative 1 and 1. So, ito, kagandahan lang nito, x minus 1, mas simple. So, dapat si x minus 1 nasa pagitan ni negative 1 and 1. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? We get here, lipat mo na yung 1 sa both sides. So, we get x is between 0 and 2. So, we now have the domain of f is a set of all real numbers such that x is between 0 and 2. O, kaso x pa lang yung ini-indicate mo. Kasi nakakalimutan minsan isulat to eh. Remember, dalawa na yung ano natin, no? Independent variables. And y, wala namang restriction sa y dito eh. Y can be any real number. So, ano ang graph natin? So, to sketch the graph of etong part na to, tsaka itong y is real number. So, ito, hindi mo siya kailangan problema. Ito po problema. So, consider x is equal to 0 and x equal to 2. Ano ba ang graph ng x equal to 0? So, ito yung ano natin, domain plane, xy plane. So, I think x is equal to 2. I think x is equal to 0. Notice x is equal to 2 na lang. Ano ang value ng y? Y can be any real number. Ito yung 2, 0. Ito yung 2, 1. 2, 2. 2, negative 1. Kaya nga, y can be any real number. Makukuha mo itong buong vertical line. So, ang tanong, ito yung boundaries mo. Tawagin natin itong ating interior. Ito yung dalawang exterior. So, may dalawang boundaries, isang interior, dalawang exterior. So, mag-check tayo ng mga maraming test points. So, dito muna tayo sa boundaries. Okay. Sa boundaries muna, ang 0, 0. So, ang 0, 0 ba, okay, is 0. Okay? Hindi mo na kailangan dito gamitin ito mo. Ito lang, kung ma-satisfy itong inequality ko. Ang 0, 0 ba, itong pink na to, is it between 0 and 2? Yes. Next, this next boundary. Let's choose 2, 0. Ang itong 2 ba, ito lang naman yung taya eh. 2 between 0 and 2? Yes. So, isang kasama yung mga boundaries. What is interior? Kung natin yung 1, 0, yung 1, 0. Ang 1 ba, between 0 and 2? Yes. Okay, kasama yung interior. Dito naman tayo pumunta, negative 1. Kuha tayo ng sample point, negative 1, 0. Ang negative 1 ba between 0 and 2? No. And finally, pag 3, dito, 3, 0. Ang 3 ba between 0 and 2? No. So, hindi kasama to. Ito lang yung kasama. Itong portion. So, ito ang domain. Okay? So, we get this domain. Ito ang domain ng function. O, yan pala yung first challenging part. Ang tanong, anong range natin? Man. So, design inverse. So, we start with x minus 1. Okay, ganito ulit yun. Dito tayo, no? Kumbaga, hindi ka na mag-isip yung hindi natin gagamitin yung technique natin. Pag may mga square ka, simula kayo dito sa loob. I-analyze natin itong part na ito. Katulad kung paano i-analyze natin ito. Ito rin, saan ba yun? Ayan, kung paano ito i-analyze. Yung, kasi pinigure out natin na square root ng any non-negative number. Non-negative pa. Okay? Yun na yung magiging attack natin. So, parang may kanya-kanya talaga silang attack. So, ang alam natin, okay, recall that the range of sine inverse of x is from negative pi over 2 pi over 2. Yan yung from negative to 3. Yun yung range na. So, ibig sabihin, itong f of x comma 1, sine inverse of x minus 1, kahit maging x minus 1 to, medyo dito pa rin magpa-fall yung value na. Kahit anong i-plug in ng x dyan, dito pa rin. Pero, i-reason out natin, bakit totoo yun? Okay. Now, we can, kasi, pansin mo, this is a function of just, parang consider mo na siya sa function of 1 term. Sine inverse of x minus 1. So, consider mo itong g of x equal to sine inverse of x minus 1. So, ano nangyayari? Ano pag nakikita mo itong sine inverse x minus 1? Dramatically different. Or bad things, no? So, ito yung graph mo ng sine x. Ito yung polar graph mo. Yan ang graph mo. Tapos may minus 1 ka sa loob. Ano nangyayari pag may minus 1 ka sa loob? You're shifting the graph of sine inverse of x by 1 unit to the right. Okay? So, etong part na to, uusog lang siya dito. 1 unit to the right. Okay. Pero, etong original natin, yung sine inverse of x, ano ang range niya? Ang range niya, ito, negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Etong g of x, nung shinif mo yung function natin, nagbago ba yung range nung nag-horizontal shift ka? Hindi naman nagbago yung range. Same range pa rin, negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. So ang range nitong g of x, negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Kaya itong g of x, identical lang naman sa f of x comma y. Pareho lang sila. Nag-relabel ka lang. So kung ang range nito, negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, ano range nito dito? Negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Okay? O ayun no, nag-shift ka lang. So, we get the same idea. Ang range ng g, negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Ang range ng f, pareho lang. Medyo ito yung parang, ay, maglo-logic ka talaga at paghanap ng range. Mahirap paghanap ng range, no? Okay. Okay. Sinayin natin, meron pa example dito. Determine the domain and range of the function 1 over x plus y squared plus z squared. Now, can you imagine the range without range muna unahin natin. Ano lang, mag-thought experiment tayo. Kaya, mag-plug in ka na kahit anong number dito. Kahit anong number ba pwede? Hindi, no? Bawal ang zero. Okay, bawal ang zero. Pero ito, 1 over some non-zero. Negative. O sige. Pwede ba negative? Yes. 0. 1. Positive. Pwede. So, ano makukuha mo? 1 over any number except 0. Pero yung nasa baba mo, lagi lang positive. So, ano magiging range natin? Laging positive ito. 0 to positive. It's a way to reason. So, a good way for do this is, yung domain, madaling i-figure out. Any real number except 0. Pero, pwede nga mag-negative, no? Yung xy. Pwede mag-negative yung xy mo. Kasi dito, x squared plus y squared plus z squared is not 0. Pero ito, mag-zero lang naman sila kapag ang x, y, z simultaneously, they're all 0. So bawal yan. It's r cubed except 0, 0, 0. You can use this notation here. Masosyal siya, no? Hindi siya syempre pwede yan. Hindi pwede yung negative infinity to 0, 0, 0. R cubed except the origin, 0, 0, 0. Tapos, ano ang range natin? Range natin, you can start with x squared plus y squared plus z squared. It's greater than or equal to 0. Tapos, pag ni-reciprocate mo, di ba yun, no? Pag ni-reciprocate mo, hindi mo i-reciprocate yung 0 then. It's still greater than 0, reciprocal na. Ito yung function natin. Ito yung function natin. So, yung function mo, greater than 0. It verified your intuition na relation 0 to positive. Okay? So, ito isang medyo madali siya. So, parang, sana lagi may mga square, no? Kung may mga square, madaling i-figure out yung range. Sana wala kayong makuha mga ano na, mga inverse circular function. Hyperbolic. Okay. Identify and sketch the domain of the function g of x, comma y, comma z, squared to 4 minus x squared minus y squared minus z squared. Okay. This time, ang function natin, it's a function of 3 independent variables. So, ibig sabihin, ang domain space natin nasa R3 na. Okay? Ito, kumbaga itong function na to, na itong buong function together, so ito W, no? Itong buong function na to, yung graph niya, nasa 4 dimension na. Medyo mahirap na to. Hindi mo na mag-graph, no? Kaya nga, domain na yung pinapakita. Okay. So, let's identify the domain. So, dapat pag domain nito, dapat ito ay greater than or equal to 0. So, we have here, simple lang pala siya. Ito pala, 4 minus x squared minus y squared minus z squared is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so lipat mo lang lahat sa kabila to. So, makukuha mo, x squared plus y squared plus z squared is less than or equal to 4. Okay, so what do we do here? Katulad nung kanina circle lang, no? Pero ngayon, consider mo muna yung equal sign. X squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 4. Anong shape niyan sa R3? Again, ito ang graph ng domain mo, hindi ito yung graph ng function mo. Graph ito ng domain mo. So, ang x squared plus y squared plus z squared equal to 4, it will be the sphere of center at the origin, 0, 0, 0. Tapos, ang radius mo ay 2. Okay. Okay. Wait lang. Okay, sorry about that. May tumawag. Okay. So, going back, ito yung graph ng domain natin. So, sphere yan, no? X squared plus y squared is equal to 4. It's a sphere centered at the origin with radius 2. Okay. Now, tinigan natin. Kasama ba yung interior, yung boundary natin, o yung exterior? So, let's check. Kapag yung interior, origin, ang 0 squared plus 0 squared plus 0 squared ba less than or equal to 4? Yes. How about the boundary? Let's look at 2, 0, 0. Kaya importante class ha, radius 2 ha, hindi radius 4, radius 2. Radius 2, 2 comma 0, 0. Ang 2 squared plus 0 squared plus 0 squared, it's still less than or equal to 4. So kasama yung boundary ng sphere. How about the exterior? So we get 3 squared plus 0 squared plus 0 squared, it's not less than or equal to 4. So no, hindi kasama itong labas. So ito yung domain space natin. Okay? Okay, buti na lang, walang ano. Find that, well, you can actually reason out kung ano yung range niya. Huwag na. Madali naman yung range. Ito lang yun, di ba? So yung range natin, dito ko mag-i-start, 4 minus x squared minus y squared minus z squared is less than, ito, kasi nilipat mula sa isang side, 0. Ito. Pero itong 4, babawasan mo siya ng isang non-negative number. Babawasan mo ng another non-negative. Babawasan mo another non-negative. Less than na siya sa 4. Tama? Mas maliit siya sa 4. Tapos kunin mo square root of all sides. Ito, 0, less than or equal to. Ito na yung function mo, g of x, y, z, is less than, ito, 2. So, anong range ng ano mo? Range ng g mo? 0 to 2. Dali lang siya. 0 to 2. Kamukha na lang yung method kanina. Okay? So, kahit hindi pinakuha, madali lang siya. Okay. Determine the domain and range of the function x1 plus x2 plus xn. Ito, meron ba tayong function sa ilalim? Mga variables? Wala sa ilalim. Meron ba tayong square root? Wala. O di kahit anong number ko. Kung domain mo, r to the power. Anong range natin? Add ka lang ng add eh. Di ang range mo ay all the way. O di ba? Hindi mo naman mag-graph mo. Well, ano siya, ang graph nito ay plane sa height sa n dimension. Kasi lahat power 1 lang. Pero you can figure, y is equal to x. Lang yun. Z is equal to y plus x. Di ba plane na? Plane sa matrix 4. So pag lang, nadadagdagan ka lang ng 1 degree lang. Kaya nga linear ang tawag. Ito yung pinag-aaral sa linear algebra. Kaya puro power lang. Okay? So, ito. Di-discuss na talaga natin siya kanina pa. Yung graph. So, graph of a function of more than one point. So, recall, the graph of a function y equal to f of x is a set of points x, y in R2 such that if x in the domain of f and y is f of x. So, ano yung graph sa higher level? So, the graph of a function f of two variables is the set of all points x, comma y, comma z in R3 such that x, comma y is in R2 and z is equal to f of x, comma y. So yun yung graph. Parang kukolektahin mo lang itong galing sa domain tapos hanapin mo yung z coordinate. In a similar manner, the graph of a function f of n independent variables is the set of all points x1, x2, comma x until xn, comma w in the space r to the power n plus 1 such that x1, x2 up to xn nasa domain ito ng function natin. And w is equal to the value evaluated, the value of f evaluated at x1, x2 until xn. Okay? So, ano lang, yun yung ginagawa natin. So remark, the graph of a function of two variables is a surface in R3. So, yung pag nasa, ano tayo, kapag graph of a function of one variable, one independent variable, ang nakukuha natin from Math83, ano no? Yan, yung mga function. Pero nakuha din natin from Math84 curves din. Katulad ng kunyari, R is equal to ay ba? So, ano? Yung mga, ano ba? Yung mga R is equal to ano? R is equal to theta. Okay? So, yung mga polar. Okay. Pero pagdating din sa R2, ang graph ng mga function in two independent variables, it will be a surface in R2. Okay? And so far, ang nomenclature natin sa mga surfaces natin, so may mga nomenclature tayo, mukha itong mga Cartesian, no? So far, ang ginagamit natin dito ay Cartesian equation for cylinders, surface of revolution, quadrics, sphere, and plane. May mga Cartesian representations, yung mga surfaces. Pero kapag function of two variables, pero pagdating ng line, no? Yung line sa 3D, parametric ng ginagamit. So, magka-clash ulit yung mga ideas na yan galing Math84 na bakit yung surface may Cartesian representation pero ang line sa R3 ba? Okay? So ito yun, graph of z is equal to f of x, y. X, y is in the domain. So ito yung domain natin, domain space. Tapos, kuha ka ng point doon, halimbawa x, y, 0, kasi 0 yung z coordinate. Hanapin mo yung image nila. So, itong point na to, it will have coordinate x, y. Tapos, yung z coordinate, plug mo lang, z, which is equal to f of x, y. So, this point, ito yung talaga. Ito yung magiging surface natin. So, halimbawa, identify and sketch the graph of the function f of x, y is equal to 2 minus 2x minus 1. So what we can do here, we can express it as z is equal to 2 minus 2x minus 1. Now, ano yung domain natin? Dito, kahit ano yung domain natin, no? Kahit ano yung value ng xy. So what we can do here is, we can replace this by z. So anong graph na to? Ito ay, lipat mo lang natin sa kabila, no? 2x plus y plus z is equal to 2. So may dalawang way ito para malaman. So ito ay plain lang kasi power 1 lang lahat. Tapos kunin mo yung x-intercept. Ano ang x-intercept? X-intercept 1 sa x. Y-intercept. Y-intercept 0 ang x, 0 ang z. So we get y is equal to 2. Ano ang z-intercept? 2. So connect mo lang and you have your plane. And then another property ng plane from naman sa Math84, kailangan pag may plane ka, ang ano niya, may corresponding ano siya, no? Normal vector. Vector na perpendicular sa kanya. At yung perpendicular vector na yun, magagaling din sa Cartesian equation. 2x plus y plus z is equal to 2. So that would be 2, 1, 1. Yun yung normal vector. And ano range nito? So kahit ano mo yung pwede mo i-plug in sa x and y, no? Kahit anong number yan, so yung z mo, any real number. In fact, yung graph niya plane, it extends indefinitely. So makukuha mo yung buo, yung lahat ng value, possible values ng z. So, all ang yan ang range. Next, identify and sketch the graph of the function g of x comma y is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. Okay, so pwede mo hanapin yung graph niya ay yung domain niya. Okay? Pero nyo, pinapahanap, graph lang natin. So, gawin mo itong z is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. Then square both sides, we get z squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Pero ito yung nakita natin na graph ito na z squared minus x squared minus y squared is equal to 0. Graph ito ng elliptic curve. Okay? Taas siya kayong baba. Pero ang pinipili lang natin talaga yung positive square root. So yung taas lang ang pipili. So makikita mo yung range dito ngayon. Yung range na 0, positive infinity. Okay? 0 to positive infinity. Ano yung domain mo? Any real numbers. Actually, yun ang makikita mo. At dito yung mga any real numbers. So, ang ano yung sketch ng domain niya? Ito yung buong x. Kahit anong xy, pwede mo i-plot sa dito. Makukuha mo na itong part, upper part nito ng elliptic curve. Okay? At next, identify and sketch the graph of the function g of x comma y is equal to square root of 9 minus x squared minus y squared. Okay. So, ngayon ulit, tawagin kasi x, y, tawagin mo itong z. We get z is equal to not square root of 9 minus x squared minus y squared. Square mo both sides. Okay, and then transpose mo yung x squared and y squared sa left-hand side, we get x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 9. So ito ay equation ng sphere centered at the origin, okay, with radius 3. Pero kailangan mo lang talaga yung upper portion ng sphere na. Okay? Hindi kasama yung baba. Kasi plus lang. Okay? So, paano mo alaman kung yung function mo, ito, G pala, ito G. Is it a function? Kasi baka relation din siya, no? So, from math, a vertical line test intersects the graph of a function in at most one point. So, ibig sabihin, dito, may vertical line test din, pero this time, vertical, ganyan. So, dapat, isang point lang yung matamaan mo. Kasi tignan mo yung sphere natin, hindi siya function. Kasi pag nagpadaan ka, may dalawang points ka matamaan. So, a line perpendicular to the xy plane intersects the graph of z in at most one point. Yun yung, hindi siya, baka isipin yung vertical plane test ang gagamitin. The vertical line test pa rin ang gagamitin kahit sa higher dimension. So, dapat, isa lang yung, parang kapag, yung pag-debate ko, sila yung, or actually, knowledge ko. Tusukin mo lang siya. Dapat, line lang naman ang kailangan. Dapat yung line mo, sila yung matamaan. Pag may dalawa siyang matamaan, hindi na siya condition. Ibig sabihin, meron kang isang number sa domain na may dalawang image, yung taas siya yung baba. May dalawang image siya. So pag may dalawang image siya, halimbawa, yung origin mo, may image siya na 3, siya ka negative 3. Hindi na function mo. Dalawa yung image niya, f of 0, 0, 3, negative 3. Hindi na siya function. Kaya, lang talaga, vertical line pa rin yung ginagamit. Okay? Now, we enter what we call the concept of level curves. Ito, magiging useful ang level curves, especially kapag nasa higher, ito kasi puro 3D yung mga function natin. Paano pag hindi na 3D, mahirap na i-visualize. So, level curves, nakakatulong. So, ang level curves, ito yung idea niya. If the definition ng level curves, ito, if the plane with equation z is equal to k, so plane ito plane yan, z is equal to k. Okay, na merong k, may k-intercept sa z-axis, k, intersects the graph of z and the curve of intersect niya, may curve ka, no? May curve ka, tapos ito yon, nag-slice ka, tapos may nakuha kang slice. And then, that curve of intersection is projected onto the xy plane. Iproproject mo pababa. Then, we call the projective curve. So yung projective curve natin, nasa xy plane na lang. Okay? So, it has the equation f of x comma y is equal to k. Okay? F of x comma y is equal to k. And we call that the level curve or contour curve of f at k. So, ganun yan. Yun yung nagiging method. Mag-slice ka, iproproject ko pa ba. Tapos yun yung ang equation niya. Kung ano yung z mo doon, parang finifix mo to as k. So, makukuha mo to curve na to. Yun ang gagawin natin. Mag-slice tayo ng marami. Para kang may human anatomy. Tapos i-slice ang medyo macabre. I-slice mo siya tapos i-project mo. May diba sa tree, sa puno. Nalang puno lang. May mga rings ka. May mga level curves. Okay. So, now, if the plane with now, number 2, the set of level curves obtained when considering different values for the constant rate, we call that yung parang graph natin, parang ang ginawa mo lang naman dito sa curve mo, flinaten siya. Alam mo yun, flinat mo, misplat mo, tapos may mga nakuha ka doon. Ang tawag natin dun sa mga drawing sa baba, ang tawag natin doon, contour plot. Okay? Ayun. Parang yung sa, sa puno, pag nag-count ka, makukuha ito. So, let's have this example. Sketch a contour plot of g of x comma y is equal to square root of 9 minus x squared minus y squared for k is equal to 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3. Okay. So, alam natin yung graph ito kanina, no? Pag square natin, z squared plus x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. So, sphere ito. So, ito yung sphere mo. Yan, no? Ito yung sphere. So, ano yung imagination mo pag flinaten? Pag flinaten mo ito, itong point, itong nasa North Pole, pupunta dito. Itong circle na to, mapupunta dito. So, magkakaroon ka ng concentric circles sa XY plane. Yun yung intuition natin. So, tingnan natin kung yun nga yung makukuha. So, if-fix natin. Pag ang K mo, 0, 0 to, okay? K mo, 0, so we get here, 0 is equal to square root of 9 minus x squared plus y squared. Ito pala. So, we let this z to be k. Ayan. K is this. Para mas simple, k yan. Okay. So, we square both sides. We get x squared plus y squared is equal to 9 minus k squared. Tapos sabihin, di ba may square root? Gaganyan kayo. Di dapat upper ano lang, upper semicircle lang. Hindi. Itong part na ito yon yun yung hemisphere. Ito yon. Remember, ang domain nito, any number, xy, yung xy, tawag dito, yung xy natin, xy, or x squared plus y squared is less than or equal to 9. Okay? So, ito yung kumbaga ito yung ano natin, ito yung domain space. Yan. Sa domain space pa rin tayo. Kumbaga, pag nag-flatten ka, maka-flatten yung 3D object, fina-flat mo siya sa domain space mo. Okay? So, x squared plus y squared is equal to 9 minus squared, k squared. So, kapag ang k mo ay 0, so we get x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. So, it's a circle centered at the origin with radius 3. At yun, k is equal to 3, itong nasa labas. Pag k mo naman ay 1, we get x squared plus y squared is equal to 8. It's a circle centered at the origin pa rin with radius 2 square root of 2. Yun, k is equal to 2. Okay? And k is equal, saan ba yun? Parang mali ang kanyang, k is equal to 1 pala. Sorry, k is equal to 1 pala yung ginamit. K ay 1. Okay, 1 yon. Yun. Okay. Now, kapag ang k mo ay 2, pag 2 ito, that would be 9 minus 4, so 5. So, ang square root of 5 yung radius. Ito yun, k is equal to 2. Ito yun. And finally, kapag ang k mo ay 3, 9 minus 3 squared, 0, you get this pointer. Ito yung North Pole natin na feel natin. And you get this concentric circles. So, ayun yung mga label na. Ito yung kapag k is equal to 0, which corresponds to the circle with radius 3. And yung makakadila, k is equal, ito yung, ano yung k is equal to 0? Yan yung z, k is z. So, z is equal to 0. Ano ba ang z is equal to 0? Yung z is equal to 0, yan yung xy plane. So, sa xy plane, ano yung ano niya? Ano yung curve na makukuha mo doon? Pag in-slide, parang imagine mo tinapay yan. In-slice mo yung tinapay sa ilalim. Ano makukuha mo? Ngayon, yung ilalim mo yun. O yun yung makukuha mo talaga, yung part na yun. Okay? So ito, ang sinasabi to k is equal to 1, naghiwa ka rito. Z is equal to 1. Ito yung z is equal to 1. Itong part na to. Dito ka nag-pop. Inout mo, tapos project mo papaba. Makukuha mo to. Okay? Pag k is equal to 1, ang radius na 2 squared. Okay? Now, the values of z are changing more rapidly. Okay, when the level curves are close together. Hence, when the level curves are closer together, the surface is steeper. We'll ano to? Um we'll learn about this concept of steeper Maya soon. Okay? Okay. So, some applications of level curves. So, ito yung ginagamit ng mga level curves. No? So, cartography or map making as a device for indicating elevation at yung mga nakikita niyo sa maps. Yung mga punto. Weather maps and isobars, curves of constant pressure, so isotherms, curves of constant temperature. Yung pag nakikita niyo yung sa mga bagyo, ito, pag may mga bagyo, yan, ginagamit ko. Pero hindi natin mas gagamitin yung swings, concept of equipotential curves or curves of constant potential. So, pag ano na tayo sa concept tayo ng mga electromagnetics, I think the last part of ito yung mag-focus na. Mas mahirap na to. Okay, let's have one more example. Let f be a function of 3 variables at yung independent variables. W is equal to f of x, comma y, comma z. Now, the surface level with f of x, comma y, comma z is equal to k. So, mahirap na to 4-dimension object nito. Hindi mo siya mag-graph. So, kailangan lang natin tingnan yung ano niya, level curve. Hindi na siya level curves. Level surfaces na siya. Okay? Kasi curve ito, one dimension. Okay? Yung from 3D, naging 3D, yung 3D, flinaten mo, yung 3D, actually hindi siya 3D object eh. Nasa 3D space ka, nag-flatten ka sa 2D space. Pero ito ay isang 2D object lang, 2D object. Kasi ito naging 1D object. Okay, more on that idea. Kasi 1D lang siya, kasi meron pa lang length. Wala kang width. Kasi pag kinat mo ito, meron kang line lang. Eh, ang line, ano bang line? One-dimensional object lang siya, no? So, sa two-dimensional space ka, meron kang one-dimensional curve lang. Kasi ito, it's a two-dimensional. Hindi kasama yung, kasi ano siya, no? X squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 9. Hindi kasama yung interior, yung boundary lang na yung sphere. And that's the reason na kung bakit nasa 3D space ka, 2D object ka, meron kang partition nomenclature. Ito naman, nasa 2D space ka, one-dimensional ka, so one-dimensional object ka. One-dimension lower ka. Meron kang partition nomenclature. Okay? So ito, 4-dimension object ka. Okay, so sa 4-dimension, ang nakatira doon, 3D surface. 3D surface ang nakatira doon. Or, hindi, 3D na lang, 3D object na nakatira. 3D siya in a sense na may length with height siya. Pero hindi mo siya ma-imagine na. Okay? Yung width kasama yung loob. Tapos yung width mo parang nag-interpolate siya. Tapos ipa-flatten mo sa 3D space. Eh ano ba yung nakatira sa 3D space? Sa 3D space ang nakatira, 2-dimensional object. Pati yun. So mga 2-dimensional object, meron siyang meron siyang length, may width, pero wala siyang volume sa loob. So, kumbaga, o medyo napaka-hypothetical nila natin, fina-flatten mo lang ito. Fina-flatten mo yung object mo sa hindi ko sabihin 3D object sa 4 dimensional space din. Fina-flatten mo yung galing sa 4 dimension, papunta sa 3 dimension. Fina-flatten. Okay. So, ang makukuha mo, ano ba yung makukuha mo sa 3D? Left surfaces. Okay, so ano gagawin natin? Ito, meron kang x squared plus y squared plus z squared. Ito, gagawin mo. Yan. So, pag ang k mo ay equal sa 1, okay, k is equal to 1, we get x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 1. So that would be, pag k is equal to 1, we get a sphere of radius 1 centered at the origin. Okay, yun. K is equal to 1. Pag k is equal to 4, okay, so x squared plus y squared plus 0 is equal to 4, sphere of radius 2. So yan yung yellow. And finally, pag 9, ito yung makukuha, sphere of radius. Okay. So para pag tinignan mo yan sa 4 dimension, nakakaloka ito. Kaya, ni-squish mo siya papuntang 3 dimension. Okay? So, binaba mo. Ito yung ano niya. Ito yung kumbaga sa puno, kung yung sa tree, may ano. So, imagine mo may 4 dimension. Pero, meron kang puno na nakatira sa 4 dimension. So, hindi mo siya ma-imagine yung rings. At ganito itsura yung mga rings niya. Pag kaya mo siyang mahawakan, kasi pag wings lang natin, sa, trace lang natin, per the kaya mo siyang hawakan. Nahawakan mo yung, so imagine mo, may yung rings ng puno. Di ba, hindi mo siya mahawakan. Pero ito, nahawakan mo talaga. Medyo very esoteric yung dating. Okay, so yan yung from the 4 dimension, ito yung makukuha mo 3 dimension. So, kumbaga, papunta sa 3. Okay? That's it. Here are the exercises. Okay? Thank you.